divide it in half, and again divide it in half. If you're using self-hardening materials, it's easy to mark. Check if you have drawn the line correctly. If it's straight, we need to adjust these ears equally on both sides. There could be a problem when we adjust the ears and they end up at different heights. One ear is in front, the other one is behind. We mark it with a pencil and divide the head in half. I divide this distance in half as well. The top point of the ear is along the eyebrow line. From the eyebrow line, you draw a line to this point. At this middle point, we have a hair parting. The lower line of the eyebrows is aligned with the lower nose line. This lower nose line goes at a slight angle from where we start to orient the hair parting. We also have a hair parting at the ear canal, which has a curl. If you look close, it has a curl and a counter curl. You'll notice that the lower leg of the counter curl and the upper leg of the counter curl face each other. It's quite like the curl being opposite of the counter curl and the two legs of the counter curl. Then we have a hair parting and a counter hair parting. Once you understand and remember how the ear is structured, it will be very easy for you to imitate it. The ear is structured like this. Now, we need to make the ears look completely different. It's great doing this for different people. But before that, I need to clean the holes. I'll correct the face a little and then I'll set the ears. First, you should make the clay pancakes thinner on one side and thicker on the other. It's convenient to use a brush and water to thin the clay out when working with self-hardening materials. Then I slightly smear all sides with a tool and do the same with a brush. It's important to check if the ears are at the same height and they are properly placed on the head. Remember that one ear shouldn't be forward and the other one a bit behind. Also, don't forget that the lower part of the ear moves forward a little and the upper part of the ear moves back a little. Basically, the ear is located at a slight angle on the head. Behind the ear we have an ear canal. Your task is to study people's ears, how the ear canal and ear depart from the head. It doesn't just lie flat on the head. I then take a small ball of clay and form the earlobe. Essentially, I'm sculpting this question mark shape and then I form an external auditory passage, a small recess. When you mold the ear, the cavity often forms naturally, but occasionally it needs to be smoothed with a brush, and then it can be finished further. Although, nothing too complicated from here. Everything, as I had said, is according to the anatomy. I just lightly apply the clay and smooth it with a brush to ensure it's even so there is less need for sanding.